going on and why exactly
it's unclear. Still so many details that are unclear. Don, hold on a moment, because I want to bring in Nichelle Turner, special correspondent and contributor to CNN, and now also with Entertainment Tonight. And Nichelle, for those who are just now joining us again, Whitney Houston's daughter, the late Whitney Houston's daughter, only daughter to she and Bobbi Brown, Bobbi Kristina, found unresponsive in the bathtub of her home in an Atlanta suburb of Roswell, found by her husband and a friend. What information are you receiving, Nichelle, about the possible circumstances? This information that we have so far is being confirmed by Roswell police and fire. She's been transported to a hospital. Our own correspondent, Nick Valencia, on his way to the hospital. But, Nichelle, let me ask you, what more do you know about Bobbi Kristina and this news?
Yeah, there's not a lot of information we do know right now, Fred. I've been, of course, making calls to my sources that are close to the family, not getting a lot of answers right now. That's probably because everyone is focused on what's going on with Bobbi Kristina. The things that we know generally is that this happened around 10:25 this morning Eastern time, that her husband came home with a friend, found her unresponsive in the bathtub, started performing CPR on her, and of course, until the emergency services got there, they did the same, and they have taken her to the hospital. Now, there are some outlets that are reporting that she is breathing and that may have been stabilized, but beyond that, we really don't know. The thing that is really eerie here, Frederick, and I know everyone is thinking this, that has heard this story, we are coming up on the anniversary of Whitney Houston's death, which is February 11th. That happened February 11th, 2012. She also was found unresponsive in the bathroom. That is a very eerie situation that nobody wants to have happen. So we do hope that she is okay. We do hope that going forward we can, figure out what happened here. But right now we don't have a lot of information. We're just trying to figure out, number one, what happened, what's going on with her right now, and going forward, what we can find out. There's not a lot to say here at this point.
Right. There isn't a lot that we know about the circumstances right now. But as we await some of those details, we'd be remiss in not trying to understand what may have been going on in her life prior to today, prior to her being found unresponsive in her home in the bathtub by her husband. So, Nichelle, what is your best understanding as to what the last 2 years have been like for Bobbi Kristina with her mother's passing? She used to be with her mom all the time. You'd see her in photographs and any kind of public appearance. It had to have obviously been very devastating to lose her mom. But what has her life been like in the past 2 years as she's tried to find her way?
Well, to say that Bobbi Kristina and Whitney Houston were best friends is probably an understatement. You never saw one without the other. They were thick as thieves, always together. So when Bobbi Kristina lost Whitney, it's like she lost a part of herself. She has been very open with saying, she lost the person closest to her, and I think she has definitely been struggling. I mean, we saw directly after her go into seclusion with other members of Whitney's family, with Whitney Houston's mother, Sissy, who had kind of come in and started taking care of Bobbi Kristina. She's had a little bit of a rocky relationship with her father, Bobby, but Bobby has been saying lately that he and Bobbi Kristina were repairing her relationship and that they had been trying to spend more time together. But, she's had some problems. She's definitely had some problems. She got married to a man who was a family friend who Whitney had kind of taken in and helped raise, a man named Nick, who is now her husband. They began a relationship with a lot of the family didn't like that. They thought that it was a bit odd because he had been raised so close to her by Whitney. She's had some problems adjusting since her mother passed away. She's also had some situations that people have been wondering what was going on with her. Had she been kind of following some of the same patterns maybe that her parents had? None of that stuff had been substantiated, but I know that there were a lot of people that have been worried about her. So to say that she's been okay since her mother's passing, I don't think that's the correct term to use, because she's definitely had a rocky road. I'm just hoping that this is a really bad accident, an incident, and that she can